Coverage you can count on. Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 11.
We recently told you how folks in Chickamauga are rallying around Miles Doolittle. Miles is a 7-year-old boy who was adopted from China. He's had a number of brain surgeries since April and is recovering in a Chicago hospital tonight. Channel 3's Jake Chapman spoke to his family and brings us that story. Jake.
Greg, Miles' mother, Jessica Doolittle, says this has been a hard time for her and the family and says every prayer is needed because Miles is in the fight for his life right now.
If anybody is going to make it, that Miles is going to make it.
Jessica Doolittle and her husband, Ryan, adopted Miles in July of last year. She says they were looking online to adopt, and when she saw Miles' picture, she knew right away.
There was this little picture of Miles, and he was holding this red sucker, like a lollipop sucker, and he was just beaming.
So they flew out to China to get him. They knew Miles was blind in his left eye, but there was more.
And he has spastic cerebral palsy, and he has intractable epilepsy.
Miles has had 12 brain surgeries since April. You can see in this photo of him walking for the first time in a month. He's fighting to come home.
And I got to hold him for the first time in 3 weeks at least, and he was just so little and so fragile feeling that, I just bawled.
Jessica says her 9-year-old son, Colt, loves being a big brother and helping lift Miles' spirit. They love to play Nerf guns and have dance parties.
His favorite song is Baby Shark.
He does love Baby Shark.
And while his brother was at the hospital, he read him The Little Engine That Could.
But he got up and he started reading to Miles, and he smiled, and it just, it was one of the best things I've seen in a while.
Dozens of people have shared Jessica's post about Miles. She says the outpour of support has been everything they needed.
The Chattanooga area, they've really loved us, and that's made it so much easier.
Even though the journey has been tough, Jessica wouldn't have it any other way.
He's fierce and he is strong and he's little, but he is a force to be reckoned with, and I have no doubt that he's gonna beat this. I believe in him. We believe in him, don't we?
Jessica tells me their preacher flew out to Chicago to surprise Miles and her husband, and it's that kind of support that's made this tough time a little easier. In the studio, Jake Chapman, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Jake.